Today, we're going to tell you a bourbon for every budget out there. Yeah, really, there's a bourbon for every budget out there. Now, Bill, tell me what those budgets are.
Yep. So these are also bottles you can find. You should be able to find on shelves. So we got $20 and under. We got 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 80 to 100, 100 to 150, and 150 plus.
That's a lot.
Yep. So bourbon for every budget.
Bourbon for every budget. Let's dive in. Here we go. All right. For the $20 and under budget, we kind of went back and forth on this one, but we settled in on one really great bottle.
Yeah, and before, well, I was gonna say before she brings that out, some of these are like right on the line and then it depends on where you are. It could be $15 in one state, it could be $25 in another. So we're just going kind of an average what it is. So first one, under 20.
Under 20, benchmark foolproof.
Benchmark foolproof.
So freaking delicious.
It is good.
I love it. Every time, we don't actually have it in Colorado.
Bomb.
Yeah, we don't have it in Colorado, but
Nope.
It is a butterscotch bomb. And anytime we're in Kentucky or wherever we can find it, we'll pick up another bottle.
And it's the only bottle we have on this list. It's distilled, aged, and bottled by Buffalo Trace.
That's it. Only one bottle from Buffalo Trace. Crazy, I know. Shocking.
Spoiler alert, so if you like Buffalo Trace, the rest of them are not Buffalo Trace, you can just leave right now.
Bye.
Or watch the rest
No,
of it
please
and find out
watch.
what we have here.
And then, if you haven't subscribed yet, this is a great time to subscribe. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, leave us a comment, and let us know your list after you watch ours. Okay.
Yep.
Now, let's move on to the next price range, which is...
$20 to $40 price range.
Ooh.
It's that one.
OGD? Yeah, you know me.
It's the OGD 114.
The bottle that most people think is getting discontinued now, but I have not actually heard facts.
Don't know, don't care. It's just damn good.
We love it.
and
It's
we
fantastic.
see it on shelves all the time. We saw it in Kentucky. We see it here. It's that $25 to $28 price point typically is where we see it. So that's it fits in that range perfectly.
It's delicious, and this is a new bottle, so...
This is new. It is open, though.
I think I did open it the other day.
The gigantic cork.
The girthy cork.
Yep, the girthy cork.
All right, let's move on to the next bottle on the price range list.
40 to 60.
Oh, we had a battle.
So the 40 to 60 and 60 to 80, this was a tough one we had to battle back and forth on because there's so many bottles that fit in this price range.
So many bottles.
Yeah.
There are like so many great bottles in the $40 to $60 range, $60 to $80.
Yep.
The $40 to $80 range is like insanely good.
Yep.
So
the first one, 40 to 60, what we got?
this one.
This one, she says.
Old Forester 1920.
You probably thought it was rare breed, and we screwed you on that one.
It's not Wild Turkey Rare Breed. I know. But you could replace this with that if you want. But
Yeah.
don't worry. We do have
Hey,
turkey.
shh. OGD, or not, OGD 1920, that's what it was. It's Old Forester 1920. It's just a damn good bottle.
Especially...
You can find it everywhere. It's 115 proof. It's good Old Forester goodness.
It's delicious. If you need a sweet treat, this is it.
Yeah.
I would drink this for dessert. I would drink it for breakfast, really.
And I think this usually it runs that $50 to $60 price point, so it's the upper end of that 40 to 60 tier.
But
so yeah,
it's worth it.
Yeah, Old Forester 1920.
All right, now let's move on to the next one.
Okay, so we didn't have rare breed, but in that next category of 60 to 80, what do we got?
We have Russell's Reserve Single Barrel.
Yeah, we got a turkey in here. We had to have turkey. It's just this time it's Russell's Single Barrel.
They're always fantastic.
Yeah.
I've had so many different single barrels from
You got a lot
Russell's.
of them back there.
We have tons of them. I've tried tons of them, and I'm never disappointed.
Yeah, to me though, you got to pick up the store pick ones with the label on the back. I wouldn't pick up we haven't had them, but I would rather spend my money on a store pick one over the just basic single barrels you'll see on the shelf.
Store pick or club pick or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, Russell single barrels, they're phenomenal. If you can find some of the Camp Nelson B's or some of the older aged ones, they're so freaking good.
Yep, they are.
And this to me kicks Rare Breed's ass.
And you're only going up a little bit in price. But also Rare Breed is so good.
Rare Breed is good, it's consistent. This is all over the board because they're single barrels.
But I will say, I said once before, if I could have one bourbon for the rest of my life and there was no other options, it would be a Wild Turkey Rare Breed.
Yep.
But this is great. Russell Single Barrel. Okay, now let's move on to the next part of the list.
$80 to $100.
This was like a give me. Like, I literally was like, there's no other bottle in this range.
This one, we were both just like, bam, here it is. Done.
It's here.
It's just mic drop. ECBPs.
Elijah Craig barrel proofs.
Yeah. Whether it's the store pick one or the regular releases, the ABC ABC 123. That's what I meant to say. If it's the ABC 123, they're just so damn good. They're consistent. Even the ones that are bad are not bad.
And they're not bad. When you say bad, they're just not as good as the other batch before or whatever. Or they might be a little spicier. They might be a little less sweet. They might be a little oakier.
And all the old ones were 12 years or older because they all said 12 years. The newer ones are, what?
11, 10, 13.
10, I think was the youngest one. And then the single barrels are 10. There might be some 9s.
There's some 9s.
I mean, you're paying $80 to $100. I think they're typically right around that 80 price point. So it fits in with that roughly $10 per price per year.
Yeah.
Kind of average. Fits under that actually. So
yeah.
It's
a great bottle. We don't need to say anything else. It's a great bottle.
I'm gonna always pick these up.
$80 to $100, so worth it, and fantastic, consistent bourbon.
Yep.
Okay, now moving on.
Moving on, she says. So this is the one I kind of threw her for a loop when I picked this one. And it's what I'm drinking right here.
Look, I honestly almost didn't agree with him at first, mainly because I was like, well, we're trying to find shelfer bottles like that most people can find. And then he gave me a convincing argument as to why anybody could find this.
Yep.
Unless they live in
So
two
pull over
states.
yours. I got mine. Barrel King. She's got the particular one, but Barrel King. So this you have to be part of the club to get. So the club price is $125 if you're not in state or not local pickup, and you get a bottle
every month. So
Yep.
it's $125 a month.
Right in that price point. Anyone can sign up. Anyone can get them.
Unless you live in the two states that they can't ship to.
But it's
still.
Basically anyone can get these. Yes, they're not on a shelf. They have to be delivered to you, but they're so damn good. What they do, what Jared and Matt do with all the finishing and blending, it's just so freaking good. These particular ones are the Toasted Vanilla Stag and the Batch to the Future.
So good. I love them. I think they're fantastic. Every one we've had, we liked. We loved our visit to Barrel King. We think they're great people. The blending is on point, and it's just, it's awesome. And we love supporting a business like that. So.
Yep. Yeah, and if you're gonna sign up for this, definitely go take a look at it. This is not sponsored by them at all. We just really love Barrel King. Put my name in there. I want one of those ambassador coins.
They do. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked
Put
them
my
out,
name in there as referring you.
Go to the Bourbon and Bourbon Facebook page too, because
Yep.
it's pretty cool.
Yep.
There's like a lot of good whiskey conversation.
Put Bill Zier as the reference for who recommended you there, and get me one of those ambassador coins.
A guy with a big beard. A white guy with a big beard.
So yeah, Barrel King. That's the $100 to $150 price point.
Yep. Fantastic. Delicious. Love them. Oh, now we're moving on to the really high price point.
This one was tough.
It was really, really hard because honestly, it's hard to find a shelfer that's over $150.
Yeah, it's not Scotch.
Scotch?
You can find Scotch over $150, it's worth it in my opinion.
100%.
But bourbons over $150 that are on the shelf that are worth the price, that is really difficult to find.
We had to cuss and discuss this a lot.
We did. We had... So I'm going to say this one first that's not on this list. We had the Bardstown Foursquare finished on here at first.
The rye. The Bardstown.
It's a rye, not a bourbon.
Rum finish. It's good.
So then she's like, well, any of the collaboratives, but we don't like all the collaboratives, so it couldn't quite fit there. So what we chose was this. It's about $200. Forgate, the Kelvins.
Any Kelvin.
Any Kelvin. This is 5. We have 6 back there. Any of the Forgate Kelvins are so freaking good.
They are really good, and they're starting to be distributed in a lot more states now.
Yep.
So that's what's really nice. The Kelvins you can find on the shelf. Sometimes you can find them on a Bourbon Outfitter.
Yep.
Sometimes you can find them on Sillbox, etc. By the way, if you go to Bourbon Outfitter, you can save 5% at checkout by using code TheAverageDrinker. Okay, now back.
And Forgate has some other really good bottles too, but the Kelvins are where it's at. Mm-hmm. I wish the 4x4 was out all the time.
Me too. Me too.
But yeah, the Forgate Kelvin is our 150 plus price point. This was a really hard one.
It was.
In that, just shelfer that's worth the money.
It's also, this whole list was very interesting to do and put together because I was thinking, like, there's always those videos like only one bourbon for the rest of your life, or you only get 5, or whatever. But sometimes those videos don't necessarily fit a price range for every single person. And it's hard to find a price range for every person because everybody's budget is different.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with having a budget, and there's nothing wrong with sticking to like only buying bottles under a certain price point. That's just, you do what works for you. You do you. So
you do you, boo-boo.
You do you. Now, I think it was really cool that we put this list together with the bourbon for every price range. I like it. I don't know. I had fun. It was fun. So let us know what your list would be if you had a list for every price range, or what is your preferred price range?
Yeah, and what's the most difficult price range for you to choose?
I'm actually curious about that. All right, that's all we've got for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Dara.
I'm Bill, and make sure you put my name on there, Barrel King, if you sign up.
Oh my gosh, you were crazy. I also almost forgot my name for a second. That was weird. Okay, anyhow, you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time right back here on The Average Drinker. Bye!